Democrats, friends, South Africa, are you ready for change? Are you ready to rescue South Africa? Then we're going to do it. We're going to do it together. Siya phambili, Democrats. Siya phambili. My fellow South Africans, citizens of South Africa, what you see before you today is the biggest, the strongest, and the most determined democratic alliance that you have ever seen in your lives. What you see before you are the people who make up the heart and the soul of the only political party that moves our country forward where the DA governs. What you see before you are the people who run the best municipalities and the best provincial government in the country. What you see before you is the party that delivers thousands of new jobs wherever we govern. And you know what? We are able to deliver all of these things because of the DA people, the blue people who work across the length and breadth of our country to turn South Africa into the country of our dreams. Democrats, the people you see before you stand on the shoulders of giants. And we were all painfully reminded of this week when the DA family lost one of the greatest giants of them all. So I want you to please join me now in a moment of silence as we honor Mr. James Self, a hero not only of the DA, but of our South African democracy. So join me in a moment of silence as we pay respects to James Self. Ngiyabonga ama-Democrats, inkosi kakhulu, kuyabonga. Democrats, on the 29th of May, it will go down in history as the most consequential day of our democracy since the birth of our democracy in 1994. On Wednesday, the ANC will lose the outright majority that it has abused for decades. It will lose the majority that it's abused to push this country into unemployment, to commit corruption and misrule. And on Wednesday, we close the chapter on the ANC rule. And a new chapter will begin for our country. And this new chapter won't be written by the ANC, it won't be written by Ramaphosa, and it won't be written by the rotten people in the union buildings. This new chapter will be written by the people of South Africa. The people of South Africa will write this new chapter by picking up a pen inside of a voting booth and using that pen to draw their 3 sacred crosses on the ballot paper. So remember this when you enter the voting booth over the coming days. As you're about to vote, look at that pen in your hand and reflect on the fact that with that pen, you will personally write the chapter of South Africa that is to come. You will be making history. And the choice you make with that pen in your hand is a serious, serious decision. Because this is a serious election. And as you vote, I want you to think about your family. I want you to think about your future. And then I want you to use that pen to vote for a party with a proven track record that will work for you and turn South Africa's next chapter into the very best one yet. And I want you to vote on all 3 ballot papers for the Democratic Alliance. It's my party. It's your party. It's our party. It's the blue party. It's the party that can bring change. Because you see, unlike all these other parties in this election, the DA doesn't make promises about what we're going to do one day. We don't kaluma. The Democratic Alliance delivers. And we don't talk about what we're going to do sometime. We show you the evidence of what we are doing today already where we govern. And you see, the Democratic Alliance did not just appear out of nowhere to promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars. We don't wait for elections to manipulate you with desperate stunts like the NHI. Because let me tell you, this scheme is nothing about providing poor healthcare services to the poor. This scheme will not solve ANC corruption, and it won't solve the way the ANC have destroyed public health care. Instead, it will expropriate medical aid from the millions of South Africans who, despite the misrule of the ANC, have worked hard to make it into the middle class since 1994. The NHI is an assault on the aspirations of the South African people by the ANC, which is playing political games with the lives and the health of our citizens. And we're here to say, kwanele. Enough is enough. Because on the 29th of May, we're going to kick the ANC out and we're going to vote the DA in. And you see, we don't do populist political tricks and gimmicks. Instead of expropriating medical aid funds, the DA has a plan, a sustainable plan, to achieve universal access to basic health care for every South African by making private medical aid affordable for more people, while rooting out the corruption and the mismanagement from public hospitals and clinics, just like we've already done in the Western Cape. We don't need the ANC's NHI. If you want to see what basic healthcare looks like, good healthcare, just come to the Western Cape, Mr. President, and Alan Windy and our team there will show you how to make hospitals work, to heal the sick, and to provide decent services for all South Africans, regardless of their health. Because you see, we don't need populist stunts. Because you know why? Because the DA does the hard work. We work hard every day for the people of South Africa. Siyasebenza for the people of South Africa. Every single day we are siyasebenzing for the people of South Africa. And let me tell you, the DA worked yesterday to create a better country. The DA is working today to create a better country, and the DA will keep on working tomorrow for a better country. Are you with me, Democrats? Are we going to do this? Are we united? Because what we are united, nobody can tear us apart. We are not going to let anybody divide us. It doesn't matter if we're black, white, Indian, colored, Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Jew, rich, poor, urban or rural. We're together as the Democratic Alliance, and we're here to show South Africa the way into the future. And this isn't kaluma, kaluma, kaluma. Because as we speak here today, those regions under the DA's control are creating thousands and thousands of jobs. More jobs than anywhere else in the country. If you want a job, you must vote for the Democratic Alliance, because we know how to create jobs. Today, as we stand here, DA governments are busy managing public finances with zero tolerance for corruption. Panzi amasela, panzi. We don't steal the money. Where we govern, we make sure that every cent of money is spent on the people. We're not like the fat cats in the ANC who take your money and put it in their back pockets or give it to their friends. We spend it on services and we spend it on the people. And today, as we stand here at this rally, the DA is making communities safer where we govern through initiatives like the 1.2 billion rand LEAP program, which doesn't keep criminals on the streets. It's taken 27,000 criminals off the streets to keep our people safe and secure. Today, DA governments already run the best public schools, hospitals, and clinics you will find anywhere in South Africa. And today, as we speak here today, we are busy enhancing the dignity of poor South Africans by delivering excellent public health care, excellent public education. The DA-led Cape Town is investing more in poor communities than the ANC-led Johannesburg and eThekwini combined. Because the DA doesn't kaluma about tackling poverty. We beat poverty where we govern. And if you want to beat poverty, vote for the Democratic Alliance. We don't... Yes, DA is number one. You're right. The DA is number one. And on the 29th of May, we're going to come out number one on the ballot paper. And when we come out number one, South Africa is going to come out number one. You see, we don't offer empty promises. We show you concrete facts. And the facts are undeniable. If you want a government that creates 2 million new jobs, that gets rid of cadre deployment to ensure fair access to work for all South Africans, if you want to halve the rate of violent crime, including murder, attempted murder, and gender-based violence, if you want clean, accountable government with zero tolerance for corruption, if you want to end load shedding and water cuts, if you want to fix public schools so that we can triple the number of grade 4 learners who can read for meaning and provide our children with a better future, and if you want to expand access to private medical aid to more people rather than taking it away from those who've earned it the hard way, then I'm here to tell you, you are ready to vote for the Democratic Alliance. You are ready to vote for the DA. If you want those things and you want more, if you want a record of action and a promise of more, you are ready to vote for the DA. We already run the best municipalities and provincial governments in South Africa today. And that is why only the DA can make tomorrow a better country. Only the DA can make tomorrow a better country. Because we believe that South Africa can be a better country. Because today our country suffers. Our people are suffering under the unbearable burden of poverty, of unemployment, of crime and hunger. But these disasters are not inevitable. These disasters were created by the ANC people, by corrupt and selfish people who betrayed our country. Phansi amasela, phansi. It's these ANC cadres who used the corruption of BEE to create billionaires and millionaires while plunging 11 million people into unemployment and 30 million people into poverty. The same people who watched and sat by as our country was sold out to the Guptas. The same man who hid undeclared dollars inside his couch at Pala Pala and then covered it up. But I'm here to tell you today that if having the wrong people in power is destroying South Africa, then electing the right people into government can rescue South Africa. And Democrats, that's exactly what we can do together on Wednesday. Because in this election, and for the first time ever, the DA has a clear path to getting into national government. By uniting with our partners inside the multi-party charter, we have pooled together the biggest block of opposition voters since 1994. And together, we can get to the 50% plus one we need to rescue South Africa. So, while the ANC is on its way out, if every DA voter comes out on election day, we can win. We can win, Democrats, if we come out and vote. So, on Wednesday, defeating the ANC and electing the DA is your date with destiny. It is your date with destiny. And don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to say, I was there. I was there when we voted the ANC out and we voted the DA in. And we elected a new government that works for the people and not for the politicians. My fellow South Africans, on Wednesday, you will hold in your hand the pen that writes a new chapter for South Africa. But make no mistake, if DA voters stay at home, or they split the vote amongst many small parties on the ballot, then our country's next chapter could be even uglier than the past. If we sit back and allow a coalition between the ANC, the EFF, and the MK, aided by the sellouts in the Patriotic Alliance, our tomorrow will be far, far worse than our yesterday. Because if that happens, the NHI will be implemented, property will be expropriated, and corruption will engulf us, and our economy will collapse. It will be doomsday for South Africa. But I'm here with good news today. I'm here with good news because I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. We can do something different. All it takes to beat this coalition of corruption and ensure that tomorrow is a better country is to turn out in the millions and vote for the Blue Party, the Democratic Alliance, the party that gets things done, the party ready to rescue South Africa. I'm more convinced than ever before that good South Africans are not going to sit around and sit back and allow their worst fears to wash over them and end up ruling them. Instead, I believe that the South African people are about to make history by voting for their hopes and installing a new government anchored by a proven track record of the Democratic Alliance. Democrats, friends, during this campaign, I've traveled to every corner of South Africa. And I've met South Africans from all walks of life. So if you're one of the mothers I met who's wondering how you're going to put food on the table tonight to feed your children, if you're a father who feels pained and angry because you cannot find work to provide for your family, if you are sick and ailing and worry whether the public healthcare system will ever heal you, if you are a young graduate who's forced to stand at a traffic light begging for a job, then I stand before you today to tell you, I have seen you. The Democratic Alliance has seen you. We've tasted your bitter disappointments. We've heard your dreams, and I have felt your pain. And I'm here to tell you, loud and clear, from this podium today, that help is on the way. And that help is coming on the 29th of May, when we vote for the DA to get into government and rescue South Africa. Help is on the way. And so, if you're watching this at home, if you're one of those millions of people that are watching this at home, and you still don't believe me, then please join me in welcoming the DA's federal leadership onto the stage. Let's give them a round of applause. The DA's federal leadership. Democrats, if you don't believe me that tomorrow can be a better country, then I invite you to look at the faces of the people here today. These people come from every background. They come from every neighborhood, and they come from every corner of this country. These people are your neighbors, they are your friends, and they are your compatriots. The talent and diversity that you see gathered here today, you will never see in any other political party. If these patriots from diverse backgrounds can stand together united to declare that we refuse to give up on South Africa, and that they are determined to make our tomorrow a better country, then you at home watching can do the same. You have the power to write a new chapter where tomorrow is a better country. And it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what language you speak or what your background is. If you want a big, strong party with a track record of creating jobs, if you want to run effective governments, if you want an end to unemployment, crime, corruption, and poverty, if you want to rescue South Africa, and if you believe that tomorrow can be a better country, then you are ready. You are ready to vote for the DA. So South Africa, we'll see you at the voting booths. We'll see you where you can join with us in voting for a strong DA to rescue South Africa. Your vote can rescue South Africa. On Wednesday, the 29th of May, vote for the DA. Vote for the DA.